equals you feel the cool, damp air upon your skin, carrying the subtle scent of wet stone and distant wood smoke. A faint mist still clings to the valley of the Avon, a silvery shroud slowly lifting with the nascent light of dawn in Britannia. The cobbled street beneath your sandals is cool and smooth, worn by countless footsteps over many decades, each stone a testament to the enduring presence of Rome in this far-flung province. The gentle murmur of the river Avon flows nearby, a constant, soothing companion to the growing sounds of Aquae Sulis beginning to stir, a town born of the sacred spring, revered long before the legions marched north. The early morning light, a soft, diffuse glow, bathes the sturdy Roman buildings lining the street in a pale, amber hue. You observe the precise craftsmanship of the brick and timber structures, their tiled roofs still glistening with dew. A handful of early risers already traverse the thoroughfares, a legionary, his heavy boots echoing with a measured tread, a cloaked merchant leading a laden donkey, and a group of local Britons, their woven tunics a contrast to the more formal togas of the Roman officials who will soon emerge. The aroma of freshly baked bread drifts from an open doorway, mingling with the earthy scent of the damp stone and the ever-present sulphurous hint carried on the breeze from the sacred spring itself, a whisper of the geological wonders that draw so many to this place. As you walk, the sounds of the town gradually become more defined. The distant clatter of a cart over the stone, the chirping of sparrows nesting in the eaves of a villa, the low murmur of conversations from a nearby taberna where a few early patrons are already gathered. You pass by a small shrine to a household god, its tiny flickering lamp a warm beacon in the dim morning light. The rhythm of daily life in this Roman outpost begins to quicken, yet it maintains a certain tranquil composure, a measured cadence that speaks of established order and centuries of settled routine. The distinct architectural styles, both Roman and subtly Celtic, blend together, creating a unique visual tapestry within these provincial walls. The air remains cool, a refreshing chill that invigorates the senses, promising the warmth that awaits within the grand bathing complex. You notice the carefully maintained drainage channels running along the sides of the streets, a testament to Roman engineering and their dedication to public health, guiding the water away from the thoroughfares, ensuring a cleaner environment for the town's inhabitants. The occasional gleam of a bronze decoration on a building catches the light, a small detail revealing the prosperity and importance of Aquae Sulis, a spa town rather than a military fort, though its strategic position was not overlooked by the conquering empire. You continue your measured journey, the ground slowly sloping downwards, leading you towards the heart of the settlement, towards the source of its fame and fortune, the Great Bath Complex. The sulphurous aroma, once a subtle hint, now grows stronger, a distinct, mineral richness that tells you of your proximity to the steaming waters. Ahead, the imposing stone walls of the bathhouse begin to dominate the skyline, rising majestically above the surrounding structures. Its sheer scale and solid construction convey a sense of permanence and grandeur, a testament to the resources and skill poured into its creation, a monumental undertaking even for the Romans. The external walls are constructed from a local yellow limestone, quarried from the surrounding hills, cut and shaped with incredible precision. You can see the faint tool marks on the large, regular blocks, evidence of the immense manual labor and sophisticated techniques employed by the Roman builders. High above, intricate carvings adorn the friezes, depicting scenes of gods and goddesses, mythical creatures, and geometric patterns, all weathered by the passage of time and the elements, yet still retaining their solemn beauty. The central pediment, though now fragmented, once proudly displayed the fierce Gorgon's head, an iconic symbol of the Celtic goddess Sulis, fused with the Roman Minerva, guarding the sacred waters within. You approach a grand archway, its keystone ornately carved, providing an entrance into the vast bathing complex. The shadows beneath the arch are deep and cool, offering a momentary respite from the increasing light of the sun. As you step through, the sounds shift. The distant street noises recede, replaced by a new, specific symphony. The gentle lapping of water, the faint echoes of voices, and the distinct, ever-present whisper of steam. The air inside this outer precinct is notably warmer, humid, already hinting at the therapeutic warmth to come. You find yourself in an expansive courtyard, open to the sky, surrounded by various ancillary buildings and colonnades. The ground here is paved with large, flat stones, worn smooth by the passage of countless bathers over many generations. In the center of the courtyard, a small, circular fountain sends a gentle plume of water into the air, its soft splash contributing to the tranquil soundscape. This outdoor space serves as a transitional zone, a place for contemplation or a quick refreshment before entering the main bathing halls. Here, you might find vendors selling small cakes, sweet grapes, or jugs of cool water, though at this early hour, the stalls are only just beginning to be set up, their owners still arranging their wares. Ahead, another monumental doorway beckons, leading deeper into the heart of the complex. This entrance is even more impressive, framed by towering columns of polished stone, their capitals intricately carved with acanthus leaves and other classical motifs. The scale of the architecture is designed to impress, to convey the importance and sanctity of the place. It speaks of power, both human and divine, a physical manifestation of Rome's mastery over nature and its ability to harness the earth's gifts for the benefit of its citizens. The shadows cast by the immense columns are long and slender in the morning light, stretching across the polished floor. Stepping through this grand portal, you enter the apoditerium, the changing room. The air here is warmer still, imbued with the rich, earthy scent of warm stone and the subtle aroma of perfumed oils. This large hall is spacious and well-lit, with high, vaulted ceilings that create a sense of expansive openness. Along the walls, a series of individual cubicles or niches are carved into the stone, where bathers would leave their clothing and personal belongings. Many of these niches are still empty, but a few already hold neatly folded tunics or small leather pouches, indicating that some early visitors have already begun their bathing ritual. The walls of the apoditerium are adorned with murals, though many have faded over time, their vibrant colors now softened into muted tones of ochre, crimson, and deep blue. These paintings depict scenes from Roman mythology, images of nymphs and gods associated with water, or simply geometric patterns that add to the hall's decorative richness. The floor beneath your feet is a mosaic, intricate and beautifully preserved, depicting marine creatures and swirling patterns, guiding your gaze gently towards the next stage of the bathing process. Small wooden benches are placed strategically around the room, offering a place to sit and prepare. From the apoditerium, you proceed into the tepidarium, the warm room. The temperature here is noticeably elevated, a comforting warmth that begins to relax your muscles and soothe your senses. This room is less about immersion and more about gentle acclimatization, preparing the body for the more intense heat of the subsequent chambers. The light within the tepidarium is softer, diffused, filtering through small, high windows that prevent direct sunlight from overheating the space. The air is still and humid, carrying the scent of warm, damp stone and a faint, sweet fragrance of various unguents and perfumes. Along the walls of the tepidarium, you can see more mosaics, perhaps depicting pastoral scenes or allegories of health and well-being. There are also alcoves with stone benches, where bathers might recline, perhaps engaging in quiet conversation or simply enjoying the gentle heat. Slaves, known as balneators, move with quiet efficiency through the room, occasionally wiping down surfaces or ensuring the room is clean and orderly. Their simple tunics are practical for the humid environment. The only sounds are the soft shuffling of feet and the low, contented murmurs of the bathers, creating an atmosphere of profound tranquility. Next, you move into the caldarium, the hot room. The change in temperature is immediate and profound. A wave of intense, moist heat envelopes you, warming your skin instantly. The air is thick with steam, rising from large, circular basins of steaming water known as labra, carved from polished stone. These basins are strategically placed around the room, constantly replenished with hot water from the underlying hypocaust system, which channels hot air from a furnace beneath the floor. The sound of bubbling water and the gentle hiss of steam escaping fill the air, creating a truly enveloping sensory experience. The walls of the caldarium are smooth and often clad in marble, designed to reflect the heat and create a luminous, humid environment. The ceiling is vaulted, guiding the condensation back down to the sides, preventing it from dripping directly onto the bathers. You can see droplets of moisture clinging to the smooth stone surfaces, reflecting the dim, warm light from small oil lamps that flicker softly in the steamy atmosphere. Bathers here often move slowly, their bodies glistening with perspiration, enjoying the deep, penetrating heat that draws out impurities and relaxes every fiber of the being. Some apply oils to their skin, massaging them in to further enhance the therapeutic effects of the heat. Within the caldarium, you observe people engaged in various activities. Some are simply sitting on the low, wide benches that line the walls, eyes closed, breathing deeply. Others are being massaged by attendants, their muscles being kneaded and stretched. A few are vigorously scraping their skin with bronze strigils, removing sweat and oil, a common practice for hygiene. The sounds are hushed, a mix of soft sighs, gentle scrapes, and the constant, comforting hum of the steam. The sense of shared humanity in this space is palpable, as people of different social standings, though perhaps separated by subtle markers of clothing or attendant numbers, all partake in the same ritual of purification. After the intense heat of the caldarium, many would move back through the tepidarium for a gradual cooling, or perhaps venture directly into the frigidarium, the cold room. You choose this path, the anticipation of cool water a pleasant contrast to the lingering warmth on your skin. As you step out of the caldarium, the air immediately feels crisper, though still humid from the surrounding heated rooms. The journey through the various temperatures is a carefully orchestrated sequence, designed not only for physical cleansing but also for a profound sensory experience, a dance between heat and coolness, exertion and relaxation. The frigidarium is an altogether different experience. The air is refreshingly cool and clear, a welcome respite from the intense heat of the hot rooms. This hall is typically brighter, often with larger windows allowing in more natural light. In the center of the room, a large, rectangular plunge pool dominates the space, filled with cool, clear water. The water glistens under the natural light, inviting and serene. The sound of gentle ripples against the stone sides of the pool is crisp and clear, a stark contrast to the thick, steamy sounds of the caldarium. The pool itself is deep enough for immersion, with steps leading down into the cool embrace of the water. The sides are lined with polished marble, its smooth, cold surface a pleasing tactile experience. Some bathers are already in the pool, their movements slow and deliberate as they adjust to the bracing temperature, their bodies momentarily contracting before relaxing into the chill. Others stand by the edge, perhaps splashing water onto their faces and arms before fully descending. The experience of the cold water after the heat is invigorating, stimulating the circulation and closing the pores, leaving the skin feeling firm and refreshed. The walls of the frigidarium are often decorated with mosaics depicting aquatic scenes, fish, shells, or the goddess Venus, further emphasizing the theme of water and beauty. Small fountains might also be present, their gentle streams adding to the sense of coolness and tranquility. The space is less about social interaction and more about individual invigoration, a quiet moment of personal renewal. The cool air and the crispness of the water awaken the senses, leaving you feeling cleansed and revitalized, a perfect counterbalance to the earlier stages of relaxation and purification. Beyond the main bathing rooms, you can glimpse other areas of the complex, smaller, private bathing chambers, perhaps for more exclusive use, or rooms dedicated to specific treatments like depilation or perfuming. You also note the presence of an exercise yard, a palestra, where citizens might engage in wrestling, throwing the discus, or other physical pursuits before or after their bath. The Roman bath complex was a true social hub, a place for physical cleansing, mental relaxation, and vibrant community life, a microcosm of Roman society itself, accessible to almost all, though with subtle distinctions in timing and amenities. The sheer scale of the engineering required to maintain such a complex is truly astounding. Beneath your very feet lie the intricate channels of the hypocaust system, a network of brick pillars and vaulted spaces that circulated hot air from massive furnaces, heating the floors and walls of the tepidarium and caldarium. The constant flow of fresh spring water, channeled through lead pipes, ensured hygiene and a continuous supply for the pools and basins. This infrastructure, hidden from view, allowed the public ritual of bathing to flourish, a marvel of ancient technology serving the daily needs and pleasures of the populace. The natural spring itself, the very heart of Aquae Sulis, is a sacred wonder. You can sense its immense power even from these inner rooms, a deep, resonant energy emanating from the earth. The Romans, with their pragmatism and reverence for natural forces, enclosed this bubbling geothermal spring within a vast, vaulted chamber, creating a shrine to Sulis Minerva, the deity who presided over these miraculous waters. The steam that rises perpetually from the spring, visible even from a distance, is a constant reminder of its divine origin and its enduring therapeutic properties, drawing pilgrims and bathers from across Britannia and beyond. Your journey through these initial spaces has been a sensory exploration, a gradual immersion into the world of the Roman bath. You have felt the shifting temperatures, smelled the distinctive aromas, heard the various sounds of water and human activity, and witnessed the architectural grandeur. The air around you now holds a balanced humidity, a pleasant warmth that lingers on your skin, a profound sense of calm settling within you. The experience is both communal and intensely personal, a ritual that transcends the mere act of washing, touching upon health, spirituality, and social connection. The subtle light continues to filter into the vast halls, illuminating the enduring power of Roman ingenuity and the timeless allure of the sacred waters. The transition from the small living quarters above your workshop on Murano is a gentle descent, each creak of the wooden steps a familiar whisper in the quiet morning air. You move with an instinct born of countless repetitions, your hand finding the smooth, worn banister without conscious thought. The smell of cooling ashes from yesterday's fires mingles with a faint, sweet scent of newly fetched water and the earthy aroma of the island itself, damp from the night air. As you reach the ground floor, the atmosphere shifts subtly. The air here is cooler, heavier, imbued with the ancient dust of sand and soda, the very essence of your craft. The main workshop unfolds before you, a cavernous space carved from sturdy brick and rough-hewn timber, designed not for aesthetic beauty, but for formidable endurance. Its walls are thick, built to contain the immense heat you cultivate within, yet they still bear the smoky patina of centuries of intense fires. High, arched windows, themselves a testament to the glassblower's art, are set into these walls, allowing the morning light to stream in, not harshly, but in soft, diffused shafts that illuminate motes of dust dancing in the air. These windows are not large panes, but smaller, leaded sections, designed to withstand the vibrations of the furnaces and the occasional blast of heat, their subtle distortions adding character to the light they emit. The floor beneath your practical leather boots is packed earth, hardened by countless footsteps and the sheer force of heat that radiates from the heart of the workshop. It is uneven in places, worn into shallow depressions where you or your predecessors have stood for hours, shaping the molten material. Your gaze naturally drifts to the behemoth that dominates the space, the furnace. It is a formidable structure, built of fire brick and mortar, almost like a small, squat building within a building. Its openings, for now, are dark and cool, but you can feel the latent power within, a slumbering giant awaiting its fiery awakening. Around this central hearth, various workbenches, or pundi, are strategically placed, each a sturdy wooden table scarred by tools and splashes of cooled glass. Heavy iron rods, known as puntais or candesofio, lean against the walls, their ends blackened and their shafts smooth from endless handling. Wooden molds, some intricately carved, others simply cylindrical, are stacked neatly. Tools of all shapes and sizes, pincers, shears, marvers, and various other custom instruments lie ready, organized with a craftsman's precision, each awaiting its moment of purpose. The silence of the workshop at this hour is profound, a meditative hush broken only by the gentle lapping of water against the distant canals and the occasional call of a seabird. It is a silence pregnant with anticipation, a prelude to the day's symphony of fire and creation. Your first task is always the most fundamental, the rekindling of the furnace. This is not a task to be rushed, but a ritual demanding patience and respect. You approach the main opening, a wide, arched mouth, and carefully begin to arrange the kindling. Dry olive wood, brought by barge from the mainland, is stacked precisely, followed by larger, seasoned oak logs. The scent of wood smoke, even before ignition, begins to subtly permeate the air, a comforting, ancient aroma. You take a piece of tinder, sparked to life by a flint and steel, and gently introduce the flame. The fire catches, hesitantly at first, then with increasing confidence, a small, dancing ember quickly growing into a hungry flicker. You feed it slowly, methodically, the crackling sounds beginning to fill the workshop, pushing back the morning's quiet. The heat builds gradually, a gentle warmth that starts to spread, pushing the chill from the air. You monitor the progress, adjusting the airflow, ensuring an even burn. This initial phase is crucial, for the glass demands a consistent, intense heat to reach its desired viscosity. While the furnace slowly ascends to its operational temperature, you turn your attention to the raw materials. Large wooden barrels line one side of the workshop, each containing a component essential to the alchemy of glass. You retrieve a scoop, its handle smooth from repeated use, and begin to measure. The coarse, pale sand, quarried from specific riverbeds, is the primary ingredient, its granules cool and slightly gritty as they spill into a large ceramic mixing bowl. Then comes the soda ash, or soda de Levant, imported from the Middle East, a fine, white powder that feels like silk between your fingers, its presence lowering the melting point of the sand. Lastly, a small quantity of lime, a crucial stabilizer, is added, a dustier, more earthy powder. You mix these ingredients by hand, a methodical, almost meditative action. Your fingers delve into the cool, dry mixture, feeling the different textures, ensuring an even distribution. This is not just a scientific process. It is an intimate communion with the earth's raw elements. You know, without needing to intellectualize it, that the quality of your finished product depends as much on the carefulness of this initial blend as it does on the heat of the furnace or the skill of your breath. Once mixed, this fritta, as it is called, is transferred to crucibles, sturdy clay pots, thick-walled and designed to withstand extreme temperatures. You carry these carefully, 2 at a time, their weight substantial, and place them into the designated melting chambers within the furnace, deep inside the roaring heart of the fire. The heat now is palpable, a fierce warmth radiating outwards, causing you to take a step back, wiping a bead of perspiration from your brow. The waiting begins, a period where patience is not just a virtue, but a necessity. The raw materials must melt completely, fusing into a clear, viscous liquid. This can take several hours, during which you attend to other preparatory tasks. You check your tools, sharpening the ends of your shears, ensuring the murmur is clean and polished, ready to shape the molten glass. You might oil the wooden molds, ensuring the glass will release cleanly. The sounds of the workshop are now dominated by the hungry roar of the furnace, a deep, resonant hum that vibrates through the very foundations of the building. It is a sound that becomes part of you, a constant companion throughout your working day. As the morning progresses, the light through the leaded windows brightens, illuminating more clearly the rich tapestry of the workshop's character. You might notice the intricate patterns in the soot on the walls, accidental artworks created by the dancing flames. The air, initially cool, is now comfortably warm, tinged with the unmistakable scent of the fire and the subtle, almost metallic aroma of glass in the making. Finally, the moment arrives when the glass is ready. You approach the furnace with a focused intensity, your movements precise and economical. You don your protective leather apron, a heavy, stiff garment that has taken the brunt of countless splashes of heat and molten material over the years. Over your simple woolen tunic and breeches, this apron provides a crucial layer of defense against the intense, radiant heat. You also wear thick, leather gloves, worn smooth in places from use, yet still offering vital protection for your hands. With a long, slender punty, or blowing iron, you reach into the fiery maw of the furnace. The heat against your exposed face is searing, a momentary blast that you instinctively brace against. You turn the iron slowly, gathering a small, glowing blob of molten glass, a gather, as it is called, on its end. It shimmers with an intense, otherworldly orange light, a liquid jewel born of fire. Withdrawing the punty, you immediately begin to roll the molten glass on the murmur, the flat, polished iron plate. The glass, still incandescent, begins to cool and stiffen slightly, taking on a more manageable consistency. The hiss of the glass against the cool iron is a soft, satisfying sound. This initial shaping is crucial, preparing the gather for the act of blowing. Your focus is absolute, your gaze unwavering from the glowing material. You bring the punty to your lips, carefully, and begin to blow a gentle stream of air down the hollow iron tube. The glass at the end expands, a delicate bubble forming, its surface shimmering with iridescence, reflecting the firelight in miniature suns. You control the expansion with your breath, a masterful technique honed over decades. Too much air and it bursts, too little and it cools too quickly. It is a dance between internal pressure and external manipulation. You reintroduce the glass into the furnace, the glory hole, for a brief moment, reheating it to maintain its malleability. Then, with a series of precise turns and gentle puffs of air, you begin to shape it. Perhaps you are forming a delicate goblet, destined for a doge's banquet table, or a flask for precious, precious oils. The glass elongates, distorts, then settles into the desired form under your expert hand. You use the pincers to pull and stretch, the shears to cut and trim, each tool an extension of your will. The sensation is one of fluid movement, the glass responding to your touch with an almost living grace. You manipulate the punty, turning it constantly, ensuring the glass remains centered, symmetrical. You might add a delicate applied decoration, perhaps a filigree of contrasting colored glass, carefully melted and drawn from another crucible, then marvered onto the surface with a gentle touch. Each piece demands complete concentration. The heat from the glass, even through your gloves, is intense, a constant reminder of its raw power. The sweat beads on your forehead, trickling down your temples, but you are oblivious, lost in the rhythm of creation. The sounds of the workshop melt into the background. Only the soft whoosh of your breath and the faint ringing of your tools against the glass remain. This is the heart of your day, the true purpose of your waking hours. This is where sand and fire, breath and skill, transmute into beauty. As the morning wears on, your movements remain fluid, but the sheer heat and intensity of the work begin to take their toll. You might pause, stepping back from the immediate proximity of the furnace, taking a deep, restorative breath of the slightly cooler air further from the glowing maw. It's during one of these brief moments that you hear the shuffling of feet and the quiet murmur of voices. Your apprentices have arrived. Young Marco, with his eager but still fumbling hands, and old Benedetto, whose wisdom is etched into every line of his face, a master in his own right, but content to assist in his twilight years. Marco immediately heads to the woodpile, his youthful energy evident as he begins to stack fresh logs near the furnace, ensuring a constant supply of fuel. Benedetto, with a knowing glance and a slight nod, takes up a position near the annealing oven, a smaller, less intensely heated chamber where finished pieces are slowly cooled to prevent thermal shock and breakage. He begins to carefully arrange the previous day's creations, checking each one for flaws, his experienced eyes missing nothing. Their presence adds a new layer to the workshop's atmosphere, a quiet companionship, the steady rhythm of their auxiliary tasks complementing your more intense focus. Around mid-morning, a break is called. It's a simple affair, pragmatic and necessary. One of the apprentices, perhaps Marco, retrieves a small loaf of coarse, dark bread and a block of aged cheese from a cool, stone larder built into the thick walls of the workshop. A jug of water, drawn fresh from the communal well earlier in the day, is brought forth. You sit on a low wooden stool, away from the direct heat of the furnace, the rough texture of the stool familiar beneath you. The bread is crusty and dense, its earthy flavor a welcome contrast to the metallic tang sometimes left by the furnace air. You break off a piece, its texture resisting slightly before yielding to your bite. The cheese, firm and salty, provides a much-needed burst of flavor and energy. You chew slowly, savoring the simple nourishment, the quiet camaraderie of the shared meal. The water is cool and refreshing, washing away the dryness from your throat. Conversation is sparse, a few words about the quality of the glass, the temperature of the furnace, the progress on a particular order. It's a moment of shared rest, a silent acknowledgement of the demanding nature of your craft. After this brief respite, the work resumes, perhaps with a slight shift in focus. The initial pieces might have been simple, utilitarian items, but now, with the furnace at its peak efficiency and your own senses fully attuned, you might embark on a more ambitious creation. Perhaps it's a stained glass roundel for a church window, requiring multiple layers of colored glass, or a more intricate vessel adorned with delicate applied details. You might switch to a different blowing iron, or select a specific mold for a challenging design. The architecture of the workshop itself aids in this sustained effort. The high ceilings allow the rising heat to dissipate somewhat, preventing the lower working areas from becoming unbearable. The leaded windows, while letting in light, are designed to minimize direct sunlight, preventing glare and allowing for a more consistent light source to observe the molten glass. Every aspect of the building, from the placement of the quenching tubs where tools are cooled to the ventilation openings high in the walls, is meticulously planned for the efficiency and safety of the glassblower. You spend a considerable amount of time working with colored glass in the afternoon. Creating these vibrant hues is another fascinating aspect of your craft. Copper, in different states of oxidation, yields brilliant reds and blues. Cobalt creates deep, rich blues. Iron can produce greens or browns. These metallic oxides are carefully added to the fritta in separate crucibles, creating small batches of intensely colored molten glass. You might gather a core of clear glass, then dip it into a crucible of vibrant blue, creating a layered effect that will shimmer with depth when finished. Or you might apply thin threads of amber glass onto a clear vessel, twisting them into intricate patterns. The visual spectacle of the colored glass, glowing fiercely in the furnace, then cooling to reveal its true hue, is endlessly captivating. The workshop takes on an even more magical quality when bathed in the reflected glow of these fiery jewels. Your clothing, though simple, is designed for the rigors of your profession. The woolen tunic, while warm in the cooler months, also wicks away perspiration. The leather apron protects from stray sparks and radiant heat. Your hands, despite the gloves, bear the marks of your trade: calluses, small scars, a constant reminder of the intense environment in which you operate. You move with a practiced grace, conserving energy, each motion deliberate and purposeful. There is no wasted effort, for fatigue could lead to error, and error in glassblowing can be costly, both in materials and in potential injury. The sounds of the afternoon continue the symphony of creation: the steady roar of the furnace, the rhythmic scraping of the pundi against the murmur, the quiet snip of the shears, the occasional clang of an iron tool dropped onto the packed earth floor. Through the high windows, you observe the slow progression of the sun, its light becoming softer, longer, casting deeper shadows across the workshop. The air outside cools, but within the workshop, the heat remains constant, a testament to the furnace's enduring power. The aroma of wood smoke and glass continues to pervade the space, becoming as familiar and comforting as your own breath. You might pause to inspect a piece that has been in the annealing oven for some time, carefully removing it with tongs. The glass is now solid and cool, its surface smooth to the touch. You hold it up to the fading light, examining its clarity, its form, its flawless finish. There is a deep satisfaction in this moment, the tangible proof of your skill and dedication. Each finished piece is a small victory, a testament to the transformation of raw earth into something of delicate beauty and enduring strength. As the afternoon wanes and the sun dips lower, casting long, golden streaks across the dusty floor, you begin to think about the remaining tasks of the day. Perhaps another batch of fritta needs preparing for tomorrow, or the furnace needs stoking for the night to maintain a residual heat. The day's most intense blowing may be drawing to a close, but the cycle of fire and glass never truly rests. The quiet hum of the furnace continues, a heartbeat beneath the calm surface of your tireless craft. As the final tendrils of twilight surrendered to the encroaching dark, a profound transformation began to sweep across our ancient village. The golden hues that had painted the western sky, a lingering memory of the sun's descent, now faded into a canvas of deep indigo, speckled with the hesitant glimmer of emerging stars. The air, which had carried the distant echoes of late-day tasks and the gentle bustle of the market winding down, seemed to settle, becoming thicker, cooler, and imbued with a different kind of quiet. This was not the silence of absence, but a rich, layered hush, woven with the sounds of evening, each thread a testament to the enduring rhythm of life in this timeless place. We spoke earlier of the final glimmers of light, of the last calls of vendors and the steady, comforting thrum of the community preparing for rest. Now, as night truly descends, the world outside our humble dwellings retreats into an embracing shadow, and the focus shifts inward, towards the warm, flickering heart of the home. Imagine the subtle yet profound change that comes with the setting of the sun in a world without electric light. The very concept of night held a different weight, a different meaning. It was not merely a pause between days, but a distinct realm governed by different senses, different priorities. The pathways and thoroughfares, once vibrant with the footfalls of villagers, now lie mostly deserted. The occasional silhouette might still hurry past, perhaps a neighbor returning a borrowed tool, or a young man making his way home from an evening spent with friends, their voices hushed to respectful whispers against the growing quiet. But largely, the public spaces are relinquished to the moon and stars, and to the rustling breeze that carries the scent of damp earth and wood smoke. Follow that scent, let it guide you. It is the signature of evening here, the unmistakable perfume of countless hearths, each one now a glowing core around which families gather. The smoke rises in lazy columns, merging into the cool night air, a visible sign of warmth and sustenance within. These hearths are more than just cooking places. They are the heartbeats of the homes, providing not only warmth for the body, but also a focal point for the spirit. In the dance of their flames, stories are born and shared, memories are forged, and the day's worries are gently coaxed away. Step closer, if you will, to one of these small, sturdy dwellings. The walls, perhaps of wattle and daub or rough-hewn stone, hold the day's warmth, radiating a faint, comforting heat against the evening chill. A thin wisp of smoke curls gracefully from the smoke hole in the roof, or perhaps from a simple chimney. Through a small, unglazed window, or perhaps a crack in the wooden shutter, a soft, amber glow spills out, painting a fleeting rectangle of light on the ground, a beacon of human presence against the overwhelming darkness. Within, the scene is one of quiet, unassuming domesticity. The main room, which served for many purposes during the day, a place for preparing food, for simple crafts, for children's play, now transforms into a sanctuary of rest and reflection. The fire, which might have been a roaring inferno for cooking earlier, has been banked down to a steady, comforting glow. Logs smolder, occasionally shifting with a soft sigh, sending a brief flurry of sparks up into the smoky air before settling back into their quiet burning. Around this source of light and warmth, the family gathers. The parents, perhaps, are seated on low stools or benches, their faces illuminated by the dancing firelight, casting long, wavering shadows on the walls. The children, their youthful energies finally beginning to wane, might be curled near the warmth, perhaps listening intently to a story, or simply enjoying the quiet presence of their loved ones. There is a palpable sense of peace here, a deep, ancestral comfort found in the simple act of coming together at the close of day. Think of the sounds within this space, the gentle crackle and pop of the burning wood, the soft murmur of conversation, perhaps the quiet clinking of an earthenware bowl being set down. The day's labors are put aside, the tools of their trade carefully stored. Hands that spent hours tilling the soil, weaving cloth, or shaping wood are now engaged in gentler tasks. Perhaps a mother mends a tunic by the firelight, her needle catching the fleeting glow. A father might be sharpening a small tool with a slow, rhythmic rasp, or simply gazing into the flames, his thoughts drifting. For dinner, the meal would have been simple, yet hearty. Perhaps a thick pottage, made from grains and whatever vegetables were plentiful, simmered slowly over the fire throughout the afternoon. The aroma still lingers, a savory, earthy scent that speaks of nourishment and sustenance. A hunk of dark, dense bread, perhaps baked earlier in the communal oven, would complete the meal. There is no rush, no hurried gulping of food. Eating is a deliberate act, a quiet communion, a time to replenish both body and spirit after a day of honest toil. The warmth of the food spreads through the body, a gentle comfort against the encroaching coolness of the night. As the evening deepens, the conversations might turn to the day's events, or perhaps to simpler, older tales. Stories are a powerful bond in this world, a way of passing down wisdom, history, and the collective memory of the community. Imagine a father recounting a story of his own youth, or an ancient legend of the village, his voice soft and resonant, his words painting vivid pictures in the minds of his children, illuminated by the shifting shadows on the wall. These are not merely entertainments. They are the threads that weave the fabric of their identity, connecting them to generations past and future. The pace slows further still. The world outside becomes a dark, impenetrable canvas, making the interior space feel all the more secure, all the more precious. The air inside the dwelling is warm and still, carrying the faint, comforting scent of wood smoke, old earth, and the faint, sweet smell of drying herbs that might hang from the rafters. The light of the fire grows softer as the embers glow with a deeper red, casting a warm, pulsating light that seems to breathe with the rhythm of the household. Outside, the darkness is profound. Without the widespread artificial light we know, the night sky here is a breathtaking spectacle. Step just beyond the threshold, and tilt your head back. The stars are a glittering tapestry, a myriad of diamonds scattered across black velvet. The Milky Way, a luminous band of celestial dust and light, arches majestically overhead, a silent, awe-inspiring reminder of the vastness of the cosmos. For the people of this time, these stars were not just distant suns. They were guides, storytellers, and often deities. Their patterns marked the seasons, guided travelers, and influenced beliefs. Lying awake on a clear night, one could spend hours simply gazing upward, lost in the silent grandeur of the heavens. The sounds of the night outside are different from the day. The hoot of a distant owl, a soft, mournful call that seems to float on the cool air. The rustle of unseen creatures in the nearby fields or woods, going about their nocturnal lives. The gentle whisper of the wind through the eaves of the houses, a soothing, continuous murmur. Occasionally, the faint, comforting bark of a dog from another part of the village, a reassuring sound that speaks of vigilance and companionship. These sounds are not jarring. Rather, they blend into a harmonious symphony of the night, a lullaby woven by nature itself. Within the dwelling, preparations for sleep begin. There are no elaborate rituals, no complex routines. Simplicity is key. Blankets, perhaps woven from wool or linen, are laid out on raised platforms or directly on the floor, often near the dying embers of the fire to capture its last vestiges of warmth. These sleeping arrangements are communal, a testament to the close-knit nature of family life. Often, the entire family would sleep in the same room, huddled together for warmth and security. The presence of others, their quiet breathing, their familiar scent, would be a profound comfort in the vastness of the night. Imagine lying down, your body tired but content after a day of honest physical exertion. The straw-filled mattress rustles softly as you settle in. The rough wool of the blanket feels familiar and warm against your skin. The heat from the banked fire slowly diminishes, but the residual warmth of the day and the closeness of your family keep the chill at bay. Your eyes, accustomed to the dim light, can still make out the shapes of loved ones sleeping beside you, their forms softened by the deep shadows. As the night deepens, the village falls into a truly profound slumber. The sounds from outside become even more subdued, fading into the background. The only discernible sounds might be the soft, steady breathing of the sleepers, the occasional shift of a body, or the distant, almost imperceptible hum of the earth itself. The mind, too, begins its journey into the realm of dreams. In this ancient world, dreams held a special significance. They were not merely random firings of the brain, but often seen as messages, omens, or glimpses into another reality. People might awaken with vivid recollections, pondering their meaning, sharing them with family or village elders for interpretation. This connection between the waking world and the dream world was more immediate, more revered. The deepest part of the night is a time of profound stillness. It is a time when the boundary between the physical and the spiritual world feels thinnest. In the profound silence, one might almost hear the whispers of ancestors or feel the presence of ancient spirits believed to inhabit the land. These thoughts, though perhaps tinged with a respectful reverence, are not frightening but rather a part of the natural order, a recognition of the cycles of life and death, of the seen and the unseen. The stillness is not empty but full, brimming with the quiet power of history and existence. As hours pass, imperceptibly flowing one into another, the stars continue their majestic procession across the sky. The moon, if present, casts long, silvery shadows, transforming familiar landscapes into mysterious, ethereal tableaus. The air grows colder, reaching its zenith just before the first hint of dawn. But within the homes, the warmth of the banked fire, however faint, and the closeness of bodies continue to offer a protective cocoon. Eventually, an almost imperceptible shift occurs. The deepest black of the night begins to soften, ever so slightly, on the eastern horizon. The stars, which seemed so innumerable just hours before, begin to fade, one by one, their brilliance diminishing as a fainter light begins its long, slow ascent. It is a subtle premonition of the approaching dawn, a quiet promise of a new day. But for now, the village remains wrapped in its deep, restorative slumber, poised on the cusp of awakening, but still firmly held within the peaceful embrace of the night. The stillness persists, a final, profound moment of rest before the world begins to stir once more. This gentle transition, this quiet promise, lingers in the cool, pre-dawn air, waiting for the first touch of morning light to truly break the spell of night. Welcome back, my friends, to our quiet journey into the heart of nature's serene embrace. We've just settled into that exquisite moment where the vibrant hues of day surrender to the soft, diffusing glow of twilight, a time when the forest exhales its last warm breath and prepares for the profound quiet of the night. The rustling leaves have begun their evening whisper, a delicate conversation among the branches, and the crickets, those tireless choristers, have picked up their nocturnal melody, weaving a tapestry of sound that is both intricate and utterly calming. As the last sliver of the sun's warmth retreats beyond the horizon, the air itself undergoes a subtle, almost imperceptible transformation. That crispness, that refreshing coolness, begins to deepen, wrapping around us like a comforting cloak. The earthy scent of pine needles and damp soil, warmed by the day, now becomes more pronounced, grounding us further into this ancient landscape. Take a deep, slow breath and allow that pure, untainted aroma to fill your senses, drawing you deeper into this tranquil space. Feel your shoulders relax, your chest expand, as you inhale the very essence of the wilderness at peace. The subtle interplay of light and shadow, which we observed dancing among the trees, now dissolves into a more uniform, velvety darkness. Yet, it is not an empty darkness. Oh no, far from it. It is a darkness brimming with life, a different kind of vibrancy that awakens when the sun sleeps. Our eyes, initially straining to pierce the deepening gloom, slowly begin to adjust, and a new world reveals itself. Shapes that were once sharp and distinct now soften, their edges blurring into gentle forms. The trees, silhouetted against the fading sky, become majestic, silent sentinels, standing guard over the slumbering forest. Listen closely now. Beyond the persistent, rhythmic hum of the crickets, another voice begins to emerge from the deepening shadows. It is the hoot of an owl, low and resonant, echoing through the stillness. Hoo 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 hoo. It's a sound that speaks of ancient wisdom, of patience, of the quiet hunter moving with graceful purpose through the unseen. There's no urgency in its call, no alarm, only the steady rhythm of life unfolding in its natural course. Allow that sound to wash over you, a reminder of the vast, intricate web of existence that continues long after our busy day has drawn to a close. Perhaps, if you listen even more intently, you might catch the gentle murmur of a hidden stream, its waters flowing ceaselessly over smooth stones. It's a whispered secret, a continuous lullaby that has played for millennia, a constant, soothing companion to the forest's inhabitants. The water doesn't rush. It simply is, moving with an effortless grace that mirrors the very flow of time itself. Imagine its cool touch, its clear purity, as it makes its way through the landscape, nurturing everything in its path. Let the sound of its gentle passage carry away any lingering thoughts, any small anxieties, dissolving them into the steady, unwavering current. As the night deepens, a profound sense of stillness begins to settle over everything. It's not an absence of sound, but rather an absence of unnecessary noise. The restless chatter of the day is quieted, replaced by this grand, overarching silence that allows the subtle sounds to truly resonate. It is in this stillness that we can often find our deepest peace, a space where the mind can finally rest, unburdened by the demands of the waking world. Feel yourself sinking into this stillness, becoming a part of it, feeling its calm permeating every fiber of your being. Now, let us turn our gaze upwards, beyond the canopy of the tallest trees, into the vast, cosmic expanse above. As the last vestiges of twilight fade, the stars begin to emerge, one by one, like tiny diamonds scattered across an infinite, velvet cloth. First, the brightest ones prick through the deepening blue, then countless others follow, until the sky is ablaze with a breathtaking, sparkling panorama. This celestial spectacle is a profound reminder of our place in the universe, of the immense scale of existence that dwarfs our everyday concerns. Look for familiar constellations, if you wish. Perhaps Orion, the Hunter, or Ursa Major, the Great Bear, slowly circling the North Star. Or simply allow your eyes to wander across the dazzling tapestry, tracing imaginary lines between distant suns, each one a beacon of light in the vast cosmic ocean. The stars do not rush. They simply exist, shining with a timeless radiance. Their light, often traveling for thousands, even millions of years, reaches us now, a gentle whisper from the distant past. It's a powerful thought, isn't it? To be bathed in light that began its journey long before we were born, a continuous thread connecting us to the ancient, eternal rhythms of the cosmos. Allow yourself to feel that connection, that profound sense of belonging to something immeasurably larger and older than ourselves. Perhaps the moon, in its gentle wisdom, is also present tonight, casting a soft, silvery glow over the landscape. Whether it's a slender crescent, a radiant half-moon, or a full, luminous orb, its presence adds another layer of magic to the night. The moon, with its gentle waxing and waning, its steady pull on the tides, is another magnificent conductor in nature's grand orchestra, guiding the rhythms of life on Earth. Its light softens the edges of the world, transforming the familiar into something ethereal and dreamlike, blurring the line between reality and slumber. There's a subtle coolness that descends from the night sky, a gentle embrace that cradles the earth in its sleep. It's a clean, refreshing coolness that signals the deepest part of the night, a time for rest, for regeneration. Imagine this coolness as it gently touches your skin, a comforting sensation that encourages your body to relax even further, to release any remaining tension. As we lie here beneath the silent, watchful stars, listening to the whispered secrets of the night, our own inner world begins to mirror the tranquility around us. The incessant chatter of the mind, which often races throughout the day, begins to slow. Thoughts, like leaves caught in a gentle current, drift by effortlessly, without clinging, without demanding our attention. We become observers, not participants, in the gentle flow of our own consciousness. This is the gift of nature's night, the opportunity for profound inner reflection, for a gentle reset. All the worries, the to-do lists, the small frustrations of the day, they all begin to recede, becoming distant echoes, like faint whispers carried away on the night breeze. They no longer hold the same power, the same urgency. In this vast, quiet wilderness, our human concerns find their proper perspective, momentarily dwarfed by the grandeur of the natural world. Allow your breath to deepen even further now. Feel the slow, rhythmic rise and fall of your chest, a gentle wave motion that mirrors the quiet undulations of the forest floor, the subtle breathing of the earth itself. Each exhale is an opportunity to release, to let go a little more. Each inhale is an opportunity to draw in more peace, more calm, more of this profound stillness. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, save for this very moment, cradled in the arms of the sleeping wilderness. We are entering now into the deepest part of the night, that sacred, hushed time just before the first hint of dawn. The air is at its coolest, the silence at its most profound. Even the crickets, those tireless musicians, might offer a softer, more sporadic song now, as if their own energy is beginning to wane, preparing for their day of slumber. This is the very heart of nature's rest, a moment of profound renewal for all living things. In this deep quietude, imagine the creatures of the forest also finding their deepest sleep. The deer, curled beneath a protective thicket, their breath soft and even. The birds, tucked away securely in their nests, dreaming bird dreams. Even the trees themselves seem to be breathing slowly, drawing nourishment from the earth, restoring their strength in the darkness. We are all part of this vast, interconnected cycle of rest and rejuvenation. Feel the warmth of your own bed now, the soft embrace of your blankets, the comforting support beneath you. Imagine that you are nestled in the most comfortable, safest haven, enveloped by the same gentle peace that blankets the sleeping forest. The subtle sounds of the night, the distant owl, the murmur of the stream, are now like soft notes in a perfect lullaby, inviting you to drift deeper and deeper into slumber. The world outside is quiet now, content in its rest. And so too can you be. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to think about. Your journey through the gentle rhythms of nature has brought you to this moment of profound peace, this sacred space where thoughts fade and dreams begin to bloom. Let your eyes feel heavy, your eyelids gently closing, if they haven't already. Feel the last remnants of tension leaving your body, flowing out with each slow, soft exhale. You are safe, You are comfortable, and you are completely at peace. The gentle rhythms of nature will continue their endless dance, cradling you in their timeless embrace as you slowly, softly drift into a deep, restorative sleep. Good night, dear friend. May your dreams be as serene and boundless as the wilderness itself. Sleep deeply, sleep well.